Hello, 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 hello. Hello everyone. Today is my day 18 of my C++ DSA journey. In today's stream, we will be revisiting some, old solved problems again, and after that, we will try to solve some new problems after that. And sorry for the disruptions. I tried to start the stream before this time, but there were some glitches coming in the YouTube and OBS Studio. Because of that, the stream got cut in between, and after that, uh, now I have started the stream. So in today's stream, we will be revisiting some old solved problems that we have previously solved before, yesterday or yesterday, and after that we will be solving some. We will try some new problems and try to solve them by self. And first of all, you can see that my rating has been increased a little bit after solving those two problems that I have, those two new problems that I have solved yesterday. The first one was check if array is sorted and rotated, and second one was the minimum size subarray sum. I think the ranking has increased. I think I have surpassed 1 lakh more people's. So yeah, what we will do today, we will first revisit some problems. After that, we will be, solving new problems. And today what I will do in the first problem that I will be revisit, the name of it is best time to buy and sell stock. Okay. So what I will do in that, I will not write the full code for that. Just I will give the direct explanation of that in a little detail and a smooth way. And yeah, I will also use this present visual representation again that I have, created in the last stream for explaining the cases of that problem. That's name was best time to buy and sell stock. Okay. First let me share the link in the Discord also so that if anyone is online, so they can join. Okay, so I think everything is set now. Just we have to start the stream. So why not for so now we are starting the stream and just first I will revisit this problem. After that I will be taking a break of 5 minutes. Okay. I will not write the code for it today because yeah I have to save the time also, and you know we will also revisit the new problems that we have done yesterday, and in those problems we have to also do revisit them in a a proper way. So because of that I am doing the dry run of it only, and yeah, and will explain the problem in the Excali draw with that visual representation that I have done created yesterday. And those these two new problems I will be explaining them in a detailed way, and will also I think I will rewrite the code again by myself because this problem I have already revisited this second time yesterday, but today it is the third time that I am revisiting this problem. So let's go. And yeah, we also have to save time because yesterday the time got the stream duration got so long, like not so long, but the time was not left to do other things like dinner or other things. So time was not aligned, so because of that I ended the stream very early. And yeah, did the dry run of this problem, like name of it is minimum size subarray sum, but the dry run was I felt that the dry run was not that deep. So we will do this, the dry run off with this also. So first, just now I will just start the revisit of this first. After that, okay. So leaving all the thing behind, we are starting it. So the problem name is best time to buy and sell stock. Okay. In this problem, what we have to do, we have to choose a we have to choose a day on which we will buy a stock, and after that we have to sell that stock on a day which will be in future. Okay, so you can read the problem statement that is given. You are given an array prices, okay, where prices index is the price of a given stock on the ith day. Okay, you want to maximize your profit by choosing a single day. Okay, to buy one stock and choosing, you can maximize your profit by choosing a single day to buy one stock. Okay, you can choose a single day to buy one stock, and you can choose a different day in the future. Okay, in the future to sell that stock. Okay, you can't, like, if you have purchased the stock assume on this day, like day one, then you can't sell it on the same day or the day before it. Okay, you will have to sell it in the future days. Okay, in the upcoming days, you can say, and we have to return the maximum profit we can achieve from this transaction. If we cannot achieve any transaction, we have to return 0. And yeah, I will explain the second case also. In that it will show how the output can come to 0. Even if you buy it at any day, it will eventually come to 0. If you do like anything you can try, the result will be 0 even after that. Like in this case, you can see, okay, first case is this. So I will explain this case. Like, suppose on day one the price was this. So if you buy it at this price, then all other days the prices are less than that. So you will be in loss. Okay. So for that you have to, I think you have to, if you buy this stock on the day 2, like the price set to 1 at that day. So when you will sell it after that day, even if you sell it at the value 3 on day 4, you will be in profit. Okay, like you have to choose the day on which the buying price is the lower and buying price is lower, and you get the maximum profit after that. Okay, you have to choose that day also, that on which you will sell that. And here is the explanation given. In this case, see, the output is 5, given 5, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have sold the stock on day 6, like with the price of 6, and when we sold that, the output has come near to 5, because we also have to subtract the value that on which we purchased the stock. So we will exclude the price of the stock also, because we have to calculate the net profit that we get from by selling the stock, excluding the buying price that you have bought the stock with. And here the explanation given. You can buy it on day 2 when price is equals to 1, and sell on day 5 when price is equals to 6. Profit will be equals to, see, profit will be equals to 6 minus 5, that is equals to, okay, 6 minus 1 is equals to 5. Okay, and here 1 is equals to the price that you have bought it on. If you have bought it on with the price of 2, then what we will have done there, then we will have subtract to 6 minus 2, and it will have come near to 4. Okay, and yeah, there's a note also given here, that note that buying on day 2 and selling on day 1 is not allowed, because you must buy before you can sell. Okay, so you have to buy the stock before after that you can sell the stock on the other days, on the future days. And here's another example given, like if the entry prices are like this, if you try to buy it on any day, see, it is in like a decreasing order. Okay, if you try to buy it on any day, you will have to sell it on the other day. Okay, in the next future day, then the profit will be 0, because you try to sell it on any day, you will be in loss because of the decreasing values. Okay, and you can't sell that stock on the previous day or the same day that you have bought on. And that will not even make sense, that if you bought the stock on the same day, on the same day and sell it on the same day. It will it will not matter, because we will not get the profit. We have to in the end like return the maximum profit that we can achieve. That's the statement of this problem. So in this problem, what I have done, I have initialized a minimum price. Okay, I have initialized minimum buying price with the index 0. Like in the starting, the day 1 will start from here. So the the most potential day that we can buy the stock on will be the day first day, and here I have also initialized max profit with 0 in the start. After that, we will check calculate the max profit also. And inside that, what I have done after that, initializing the values minimum buy price and max profit, I have I have started a for loop which goes from the this index, okay, the second index, that is J2, till the second last index. Okay, no, it not goes till the last index, because we have to eventually sell it we have to sell it eventually sell it. Even if you buy it at this day, you will have to sell it on the next day. Okay, if I will run this loop till the last day, then it will count the buy date till the last, and the loop will get wrong, and how you will be able to sell the stock in the given time period. That's the main thing in this. And here we have initialized the profit variable, which will check the profit we get by subtracting the current index value that we are on with minimum buy. Okay, so here what we are checking, we have used the if condition, that if prices index, like current prices index, is less than minimum buy value. Okay, minimum buy value, if current prices index is less than minimum buy value, then we will update the minimum buy with current index of prices I. Like say, see, first we have initialized it with the very first index value, that is 7, and it is minimum buy is initialized with the value 7. Then we will use this condition. It will like start from the second day, and it will check if one is if value 1 is less than minimum buy. Then what we will do, we will update the minimum buy, because we have to purchase it on with the minimum price that can be possible. And after that, what we are doing, we are checking continuously that profit will be equals to prices index minus minimum buy. Okay, so profit will be equals to price index, current index of prices, okay, current index value of prices, and minus minimum buy. When this condition will not be true, okay, when the prices index will be higher than minimum buy, then we will check for it, okay, again and again. And here there is another condition used, like if profit is more than max profit. Okay, here max profit is being compared with profit that we have calculated by doing this. If it is true, then we will update max profit, and we will assign the value of profit to it. And in the end, what we are doing, we are returning the max profit in the end, like this. So I think you got a little idea of this, that how this thing is working. First we initialize it minimum buy with the first day, okay, value, and max profit is set to 0. After that we run a for loop which goes from the second day till the second last day, and inside that we have initialized the profit variable, okay, with 0, and inside that we are checking if prices index is less than minimum buy. If the day 2 index is less than minimum buy, or so that we will update the minimum buy is equals to minimum prices are. If it is not true, then we will check if for this, and this will not happen. And after that we will be on day 3, like when the loop will be on its second iteration, then it will check if it is lower than this. If it will be lower than this, then we will update this, and after that we will again run the for loop and check for it again and again. And when these conditions will be true, in the end we will return the max profit that we are getting. Like if I submit this code again, like we have done the revisit in a little detailed way, in a faster way, I will say we have just done the dry run in a quick way. And yeah, there was the test cases that I was going to explain to you. So for that, I will use the laser pointer here. So the case one is the normal case which I have picked up from this example also. Like I have taken this example as the normal case. So here I have drawn a graph showing the number of the days on which we are and the value on which the stock is set to buy or sell. And here the array given is 715364. So on day one the value is higher. You can see it is like behaving like a stock, you can see. And what we have done, we have purchased it on day two. When we will purchase this on day two, we will be in profit even if even if we sell on the next day or the other days after that. But when we check for the maximized profit that we can get, so in the end we are returning the max profit, and the max profit day will be like this, because on this day after we buy it on the on the day when the price was was the lowest, then when we compared it by the other values after that, when we buy the when we bought the stock, the highest value was this, like on day 5 it was equals to 6. Then we chose that day and sold the stock on that day, and the profit was equals to, profit came near to 6 minus 1. Okay, 6 minus 1. The laser point is not so good. Like I have seen the YouTube tutorials. Some people use iPad for this, but I currently don't have that. Okay, so this was the normal case, and the next case is this that I wanted to discuss. This is an S case. Okay, in this I have taken this array as an example, in which the values are decreasing. Like first it was 11, then 9, then 7, then 5, then 3, and then after it was 11. Okay, like the value is decreasing day by day. There are 6 values and 6 days given. Okay, on day 1 it was 11, and day 2 9, day 3 7, day 5 it was around 5, day 6 day 5 it was around 3, day 6 it was around 1. Okay, so you can try to buy it on any day. The day when you will sell it, after the day you will buy, you will be lost if you buy like it on any day and sell it on any day. Okay, you can see it here. If you buy it on day 1, you will be in loss after that if you try to sell it on any day, or day 2, or same for all the other days. Like you have the time to purchase it till this day, and after that you will have to sell it eventually. Okay, because if you will buy it on last day, I have told you all before also, then how will you will be able to sell that after that, because the days given are limited here and we have to sell it in this timeline. Okay, so this was all the problem that is given in this. And yeah, let me add that test case also that I have discussed in the case 2 edge case. You can assume this as a edge case also, but 11, 9, 7, 5, 3, and 1. Okay, I think I should add another test case also. That will be case 4, 14, 17. Okay. Oh, wait, on we go. Okay, you can see that test. It is passing the test cases. In this case, the output will be 0 because we are not getting any profit. And why we are getting, why we are getting maximum profit as 0? Because in the starting we have already initialized it with 0. So when it will check again and again, and this condition will not become true. And in the end, we will have to return max profit. And these conditions will not be executed. Like this condition will not be checked. Okay, this was case 4, and we got the output 18 here because from where did the okay we got the output 18 because we purchased it on day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we purchased it on day 6 and sold it on day 9, and the output came near to 18 by subtracting the value that we purchased the stock on, and after the day that we have sold it on, and the net profit was equals to 18 in that case, in this case. Can I like drag this somewhere in between these two? Okay, this was the dry run that we have done today. So I will mark it as revisited. Oh man. Okay. Test pieces. Okay, okay. Now I think the thing will. Yeah, I think we can set this like this. Then the code will also be visible, and but it's not looking that good. So I think I should put it here. Okay, like before. So I will mark it as the state. Okay, we visited first problem. Name is best time to buy and sell stock. Okay, we have done this, and now 5 minutes. 5 minutes break has started. In this break, what I will do, I will be doing some stretching, and will hydrate myself and refresh my brain to you know to then we will revisit the new problem after that. Till then, you can try to understand the code of this till I come back. Okay, I will be back in just 2 to 5 minutes, and yeah, the evening lunch is also, I also have to finish the evening lunch, and I think the we have like done the problem in a very less time. Like I have not wrote the code, but did the explanation of that, and also explained it in Excalibur in a in a short time. And from the past days, we were starting the stream at 8 p.m., but today we started it at I think 7:40, and because of that, we have done the first revisit. Okay, so till then you see the code till I come till the break ends. Okay, break is started. Okay, I'm back. Hmm. Hello, hello, Bunny. Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream, man. Okay. So the topic of today is I'm just revisiting some problems. I have done a first revisit of today, that was by best time to buy and self talk, and yeah, it was a break time, and the break has now came near to end, and now I will be revisiting this problem. Check if array is sorted and rotated. Yeah, yeah, she didn't told yesterday. I was seeing that she was not even showing what she was studying. So you got the you got the thing that you were asking. The topic of today, we will be revisiting some older solved problems, and after that, we will try to solve any problem after that. That's the whole thing that I will be doing today. I also think that she's not studying because when you have already seen that when I was interacting with you, Then she suddenly like opened the stream and just started typing a lot of shits. And he tried to show that, and she tried to show that she was focusing on studies and told us to go and focus on studies and not do these things on her stream. But she was lacking the focus in the focus. Just like open the webcam and showing face, like how the person, how the what the viewers will like get to know, or what the viewers will understand. That's not a good thing. Anyway, but you can give us a little introduction of yourself also. Like I forgot what you told yesterday because it was very late night when I was talking with you, and I forgot all of that. Like just remember little things. Like you can give a brief introduction of yourself, like what you are currently doing, or are you in college or something like that. So it will become easy to identify you again when you will come to the stream. Like what will be your status? I will have to answer those questions if you will ask. If you will ask, you can try. You can try to ask questions. Let's go for the lead. Okay. So you want me to do the dry run? Okay. 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 But the break hasn't ended yet. Just this is the break time uh, that is just extended a little bit when you came. And I have started the stream already like 30 minutes before, which I like from the past few days I was starting the stream around 8 p.m. But today I started it at 7:40, and I've already done this first revisit of this problem that, and I also did explain the problem with the help of Xcali draw. Java, yes, I know Java. Uh, I also want to learn Java because the syntax of Java is somewhat looks like similar to English. But I have seen people saying that Java Java is very weird language. Like it behaves very the behavior of the that language is very you know I will be starting learning JavaScript soon because I am near to end the CSS thing, and yeah, we'll also soon we'll start doing the projects, and we'll do the live stream of that also. I think around 3 or 4 of 3rd or 4th of July it will also start. So this is the second problem that we are revisiting. We are going to revisiting, and its name is check if array is sorted or rotated. Okay, sorted and rotated. In this problem, we are given an array nums named nums, we have to return true if the array was originally stored in non-decreasing order. Then rotated some number of positions including 0, otherwise return false. Okay. Yeah. Here it is stated that rotated some number of positions for one time only. Okay. Not not many times. Then when if it will be rotated many times, then it will not be a sorted or rotated array. It will be not counted in that. When I will explain the code with to you, then you will got to know that how the statement is, what the statement is saying. There may be duplicates in the original array. Okay, so duplicates will be allowed, but just we need to check the order, like check the sorted order and check if it's sorted or not. If it is also sorted, like rotated, then we will have to return true. Okay. And here is an example given that, like first the values are 3 foot 5. After that, it changed and like it got decreased and gone till 2. And here it will be true because when we will, when here the order will break here and it will be counted as the first break and it will be marked as true because here you can see it is behaving like a rotated array. And in this case, this is giving false because the order is getting break at every point. Like after 2, it got break after 2. After 3, it again got break after this. The value 3. Okay, so this will become false because the order have now break for the second time. You will get to know that in this dry run. I also have to write this code again. And in this case, the order break will be equals to be 0 because there is no order break in this, and array is already in this sorted manner, so it will return true in that case. Like these conditions will not be executed after that. Okay, so I will remove all this. Just I will take a little glance of what the problem is saying because I have done this problem recently, like yesterday. Okay, so we will remove this all, and if I get stuck at any line or code, we will try to figure it out, and if we will be able to figure that out, we will take the help of Copilot. So here we have initialize the order break with 0, and after that we have to run a for loop which will go from the first index, okay, till the last index and I plus plus. Instead that what we are checking, the very first condition that we are checking, okay, it will run from the, okay, it will run for I is equals to 1 till I less than nums dot size. It will go till the last value, okay, of the array that is given. If we, inside this we have to check if, like if it is a sorted array, then the value should be in a order, like the value should be in an increasing order. Okay, so we will check if the next value is less than the previous value, like if num psi index, value is less than, okay, if num psi value is less than 1 minute, okay, if num psi value is more than num psi plus 1, then in this case we have to increase the order break count, like order break count will increase here, and after that we will check, Okay, I will start from the 0th index because here it will be done automatically. I plus 1, it will check for that because the loop will run from the very first index till the last index. After that, what we are doing, we will we will check like put a if condition that if order break order break is more than 1, then what we have to do, we have to return false in this case because I have already told you that in this case, if you see the first the order break here, like the order was supposed to be in an increasing order, but the order got break here, like the next value was less than the previous value. After that, it started again, and after that, when it came to 3, after that, when the loop ran again, then it again came near to like it got 2, 3, 4. Okay, it got broke 2 times. Okay, here, and we will return false in this. In this case, if the order break is more than 2. Okay, and what after that we have to. Okay, we will close the for loop here. After that, we will check for another thing also, like if the last element value is okay, if the last value element is more than first index value, then what we have to do, we have to increase the order break count here. If the order break is equals to 1, then it will be allowed and it will be considered as considered as a sorted or a rotated array. Like if the order is or if the order break is equals to 1, then it will be considered as a rotated array, and if it is like equals to 0, then it is in the original form of itself, and it will be considered as the sorted array. If this is true, what we have to do, okay, we will return order break in the end, and that I think the condition was a little bit. The condition was a little bit here. The returning statement was a little bit different. If I remember, the condition was like, okay, if return order break is less than equals to 1. I think this was the condition. Let's first try to run it and see if any error has. Okay. Here the for loop is ended. For loop is okay. This condition ended. For loop ended here. So let me check this condition. It is saying overflow. Okay, here I think it is going out of the array. So what we will do, we will go till the second last index for num psi value. Then it will be able to check for the num psi plus 1 value. So I think now it will run. It should run now. Okay, it is accepted. All the test cases are accepted. I think I thought that I will be taking the help of Copilot, but I was able to write the code. So here how the code is working. First we will understand that. Here I initialize the order break counter is equals to with 0, and after that I ran a for loop. Inside that we started it from the very first index and gone till the second last index. That was in this case the very first index will be 3 and the second last index will be 1. Okay, And here inside we are checking if nums I index value is more than nums I plus 1, means if the previous value, like if 3 is more than the next value, that is 4 here. Okay, so it will check for it. Okay, and see here, when I will be on its third iteration, what will happen? Yeah, when I will be on its third iteration, that means it will be on its second index and the value will be 5. Then it will check again for this condition and it will come true, and the order break will increase in this case, because here you can see nums I index value is more than, okay, nums I index value is more than nums I plus 1 index value. So in this case order break counter will be increased, and we have to check if order break is more than once, then we have to return false in that case. Okay, it will first check for all of these, and if it's if it is coming to near, if it's not more than 1, then it will not return false. After that it will check for this, if nums1 dot back or nums1 dot, if nums1 like last element value is greater than the first element value, then it will the order break will be counted again. But see, if it has already been counted as first, then it will not it will, if it is true again, then the order break will be considered as the, it will be considered as invalid array, like if it is not sorted and also not rotated. And see, if this condition has not become true till the, okay, till the end, let me see. Okay, then we will check for this, like if nums back last value is more than nums front value, that is the first value. If this is true, then we will increase the order break count. If it hasn't increased in this cases, okay, even after checking for these conditions, then we will return order break. Uh, if order break is less than equals to 1, okay, if it's less than 1, then the array will be considered as sorted. Okay, it will be considered that it was originally in was in its sorted form. And if the order break counter will be equals to 1, then we will be returning that. In that case also it will be true, because it will be considered as just the array was sorted, just it has been rotated a little. And if it will be like more than 2, like more than 1, then it will be considered as, that it is not even sorted and not even rotated. So this was all for this was all what we have to do in this problem. We have to check if the array is sorted and rotated. That was all that we have given to check for this. Like if we check for this condition, like if we run the for loop for this, then in this case how the output will return false. Let's see that. First the value will be on this, okay, first index, very first index, that is I will be equals to 0, and here it will check for it, okay, and it will become true. In this case order break will happen and order break counter will increase, and it will now become 1. Okay, it have become 1 now. After that it will run again. Okay, now the I is on its second index, that is, okay, second iteration and index number 1, that is the value given 1 here. Then we will check for it again, and it will again be again true, like it now it will become 1 plus 1 is equals to 2, and here this condition will become true in this case, because the order break happened for more than 1 times, and it will return false eventually, and the code and the further code after that will not be executed in this case. Okay, so the main thing is that you should there are 3 conditions, like if it is equals to 0, order break is equals to 0, then it is sorted, and it is if it's 1, then it is rotated. And the third condition is that if it's more than 1, like 2 or 3, then it will be considered as order break, and it will return false in the end. That was all that we have to do in this problem. And now the break has started. Revisit second problem. What was the check if array sorted or and rotated? Check if array sorted or rotated. And 5 minutes has started. Did you put delay in your stream? No, I haven't. I haven't done that. Let me see if you can see. Like you can see it here. Like I have not put any delay in my stream here. If you're talking about this, it is just I can drag it here and will show like this here. Maybe maybe it is showing like that because today I tried to start the stream earlier, but the OBS Studio and YouTube both were having some bugs or like glitch. I tried to start the stream like 2 times, but uh, it wasn't working. After that, I tried to do the thing. Yeah, like it is lagging or what? Is it buffering? Whew. All good, just I see a bit late. I think you get the response after 4 to 5 seconds, right? Not not more than that. Like in the live, what happens the when you send the message I get to see the message like after 1 or 2 seconds gap. I think because of that the delay there's a delay, like it is feeling like there's a delay in the stream. So you do you like the explanation of the problem that I have done? Like I haven't thought that I will be able to like write the code again. Like the logic was I think set in my mind. Like yesterday what I did, I got the help with Copilot and tried this understand this problem with the help of Copilot because the statements that LeetCode gives are like very confusing. Like it uses very heavy English and don't know. And even experienced people like you know who they are solving DFS, BFS or other types of problems, even they get stuck in that. Okay, thanks for that. Like I will say, it was not that smoother, but it was okay, okay. And what I do in the break time, I just hydrate myself or like do a little bit of stretching in between revisiting problems or trying new problems, so that you know the stream timing should will because we have to keep in mind that health is also important. So when I will be taking breaks in between, that will be, helpful for me. We can talk in the break time. It's a break time. We can use it for that because I also have to, do improve my communication skills as well. Like switching the context in between, like talking with you and again going back to solve the problem. Like it is also increasing my. So so you are also in third year and in CSC branch. So what you are doing, man? In college, go for the hackathon suggestion. Um, we'll see that. We'll see that. Like what I have chosen, a college where the curriculum is fully online and I don't have to, go to college. And I think that the thing you're talking about, like go for hackathon or other things, I think that's not present there. I have chosen to do the online college, so because of like these things also, because I wanted to do these things. Like I thought to do these things very earlier, but wasn't able to do that at that time because the things and my mind was not at that level at that time when I was, back then. You can assume in 2024 or 2023, you can assume. And you can, if you see my profile, I have just started doing these things like on 7th of June, and currently following this. You know, if you know about this thing, like many people are saying that follow this driver sheet, but I am not following it yet. Just I'm not even like following the sheets also. Like I'm just picking up some random problems on a specific topic. Like here I've covered arrays and vectors till now in according to lectures. Third year companies are coming. I did internship at Paytm. I left cause that's performance based. Okay. So you also do DSA problems. Like, do you have a you are working in Paytm? You did internship there. So like what are your like technical skills or core thing that you have picked? Like if I tell about myself, I have picked DSA as my core. I have taken this as my core, and in the as a secondary thing, I have chosen web development. Then how you got got the internship, man? I guess it's a fake it till you make it. Okay, okay. So that's was the case. Have you taken this idea from that YouTuber like Neeraj Walia? Added Java Python skill backend. Okay, you told that before. I remember that you are in backend, right? You You are fully in the back end thing, not in the front end, just the back end things. And you are also not fully indulged into the web dev things, right? Like if I say that are in app development or something, because your third year has also came near to end. I worked for college. I told sir to put my name in company. Okay. So how was your experience when you did that internship? I think the stream is literally getting delayed. You are getting a delayed response from me. And you can see even here the frames haven't dropped. Don't know why it's okay. Rain warning. I think rain is coming. Let me see the weather. Okay, so the rain is approaching soon. It's saying it will start soon. I don't know much backend. I just studied for the interview. Sir gave me question. Okay, and you got the internship after that in the Paytm company. So how was your experience in that when you did that internship? Your stream is lagging now. Yeah, I think I should, reduce the quality here because there are so many devices connected to the Wi-Fi at this time, I think. Is it fixed? Are you able to see me now? Hello, hello. Think he's gone. Where the stream is lagging, man. Let's see. I think the issue has been fixed now. Things like these happen when good people come to the stream, like you, I think. When serious discussion goes on, then in today's world, what happens? I think lagging from my end, I will see. Okay, maybe maybe it's the case because like I am doing stream from the past 17, 18 days and haven't got any type of viewer message that the stream is lagging. Mm, you can see it here. Let me show you. It's not showing. No, no, I am from Lucknow. What about you? Okay, so do you have any LeetCode account or something that we can see? Mhm. Okay, so you don't use LeetCode, okay? So what are the things that you are focusing on nowadays? Like you are in third year and you said you did that internship. What are goals after that? Like on which things are you working currently? Like uh, learning any skills or what? Or have done any project uh, in a recent time? Or just preparing for the college exams or what? And brother, what I did, I revisited these two problems like in a very less time, I think. I thought that it will take more time, but it just took less time than I thought it would be. So this will be the third revisit of today. After that, we will try the new problem of today. I think I have enough time to interact with the people like you and know things. Like I have already told you before that we are trying to build a community of people where everybody is can help each other and grow together. What do you think if you compare that girl's stream from mine, like in the way of explaining things or like having interaction with you? Are you thinking? Do you think that this is a good way if we compare to that type of stream? I'm not into CSC before I worked for college. Okay. I started SMMA, got good knowledge from it. When I left internship, I see I have to study a lot. Okay. Yeah, and in the ceramic thing, the problem uh, the problem increased after after 2024. The problem increased after that when it came near to when it came near to the end of 2023, and after that when 2024 started at the in the month of February or March, then the things started to change in that industry. And now I'm taking seriously learning Java. Okay, so you are basically you're focusing on the Java ecosystem, like the whole ecosystem of it. Like as you have said before, like you are also doing some backend things. Hey, you're yeah, yeah. It will be real, man. We are trying to build a community of people who help each other grow. Like I think you have seen in that stream what that girl was doing. This just like even she was not telling what's her approach of doing problems and what even she's doing. I know Python and SQL. Okay. So what is the main thing that you are in currently? Like you said you know Python and SQL, and you are taking Java seriously. So in which field like you are going to uh, you are going in which direction? You stream give the info. Uh, yeah, I am feeling that because it is like indirectly improving my communication skills also, and what it does it like puts you in a pressure to do the things and puts you in a responsibility to do the things in the right way. I feel like study with me is just like a clickbait thing or something. Like, have you seen those people who just put their QR and just uh, you know show that they are studying, but they are not. I don't like those type of things. Mm, you are doing great, man. Improving. Yeah, we can. You can also improve your communication skills by like just even if you are commenting, you are improving your communication skills. And okay, like I didn't thought that you will come at the stream. Like I have seen people just what I'm talking about. Like what people are focused on many streams. Like they didn't in the DSA streams they don't click to see the live of people or the other people that who are really studying or like doing the things in a good way. Okay, what does that word mean, man? Man. Okay. And if you are, if you are doing something like every day, you can share it on the Discord also. We will have to see that because there are the number of members is just less for now, but it will increase in the upcoming time. And what do you think about this, like this banner that I have created? I have created this banner, I think around 2 or 3 days ago, and I think it took me around 2 hours to create this, less than 2 hours to create this, and I created this using Canva. I also don't take it seriously before this. I assumed them nerds, but now I got the thing. Yeah, we just and you will when you will share the things, you will also feel good like when you will do those things because I think you have seen the person that he's also sharing this learnings what he's doing every day. Banner is good, but it needed changes. Okay. And yeah, you can check the banner like if you are on your mobile phone, you can check it on that mobile phone. So the this part will not be visible, and this part will not be visible in the mobile phone. Yeah, it just took me around approximately 2 hours just created it in the free time. But I think that this is good for from the other peoples that have just started doing this type of things. Like I've seen many people who have at that time I tried, at that time when I was doing the SMM agency things, I tried workflow automation and other things like Figma, UI UX design. I like the not the pure thing, in the SMM things, what happens? We just use workaround things like WordPress or other things in which we get the template, template for free. And when I did that, after that, when I, see these things, then I got to know that this is the real thing that we need to study. Like at that time, what I used to do, I just simply copy a code of CSS or other thing and paste it in the WordPress so that it can, transform a shape or a button when it will be clicked or it will be hover over. But after leaving that, when I joined this, then I got to know the real things. Like at that time, my confidence was I didn't even thought that I will be learning HTML or CSS. Like I when I saw the video of a basic tutorial of HTML, it felt like Chinese to me at that time. Like I think uh, I think around I seen that around 2024, mid 2024, around June of July. Like it really in the first 10 minutes, it started to felt like Chinese. Yeah, search engine operations and creating the funnel, integrating automated messages and emails and cold emails, and preparing the preparing for the calls, like the scripts that we need to do, the script things. Like at that time, what I used to do, if show you that at that time, I was able to see that like this course. I At that time, you can see the duration of this. At that time, I used to finish the whole course in a single day, like in a single sitting or time. And this course was amazing. Like the views are less, and but this is a very hardcore type of course that you can see if you are even now in this thing. It was a great course. Like it was just created by this man. Okay, you worked on meta ads. Like at that time, I learned about Google Ads and Facebook Ads, like how those things work, and also that those tools like Zapier or High Level, in which we can do automation, workflow automation, and integrate some type of chatbots or other things. Zapier was an amazing tool, I will say. We can even use it in web dev or other things, or even we can use it, I think, because it it just doesn't cover the social media marketing agency things. We can use it in other things also, like creating a product or other things. It was a great tool, I will say. And the high level tool was also great, but the subscriptions, subscription prices was very high. I will show you someday, like some of those things that I have done before. Like I have some of the documents of that and the scripts that was written at that time. And there is a LinkedIn project that you can check. Like I have when at that time I also created a UX. I also created a portfolio. Like let me show you, and you can also check it on my LinkedIn. Like here. And I did it, with the other person. He was my friend. He is my friend still. Okay. I did created this thing like this UI UX design. If I try to see this, are you gone? I think maybe he has gone to visit my LinkedIn. Maybe till then, what we will do, we will. Okay, so the second revisit of today stream has been done, and now we will be jumping on this problem and we'll try to revisit it. Don't know where that guy is gone. Hmm. So, okay. In this problem, what we have done yesterday, we got to explore, a new type of approach. Its name was sliding window. Okay. And I think we will be doing this problem with binary search after I will have been, you know, learnt about that topic, in which binary search will be teached. Okay. So we have to, in this problem, what we have to do, we have to, its name is minimum size subarray sum. Okay. In this problem, what we have to do, in this problem, we have given an array, positive integers, okay, array of positive integers, name and the name of the array is nums, and a positive integer target. Okay. We have to return the minimum length of a subarray whose sum is greater than or equals to target. Okay. If there is no subarray, we have to return 0 instead. And here, if you see the example one, in the example one, we have given this input. First, we have given the target is equals to 7 here, and the nums array is given like this, like 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 3. Okay. Output is 2 because when we will add these two values, we will get the 7 value 7, and the output is equals to 2 because it is checking the length of the elements that you are taking. Okay, like if 7 was present there, then the output will have come near to 1 because there is one element that is adding up to the sum, target sum. And you can see the stub array port 3 has the minimum length under the problem constraint. Like we could have also added these values and get the value 7, a target equals to 7, but the length of it is more than this 4 plus 3. And so first what I will do, I will be rewriting this code. Okay, just taking a glance of it a little. Okay, we'll see what will, if we will be stuck at any point, we will try to get the help of Copilot. So first we will initialize the two values. Okay, first value will be left, like it will start from the 0th index, and here we will create another value, that is variable, that will start from the 0th index again, and after that we will be running a for loop. No, we will be running a while loop, right? It will be a while or for loop, I think. For loop. Yeah, it will be a for loop. So we will also create another variable that its name is int sum is equals to 0, right? Let's see the code. Just we will take the glance of it a little. Okay. Okay, fine. So inside the for loop, we are going from the very first index to the last index. Okay, and I plus plus. I know I have seen the code, but I think that will not be considered as, I have saw the full code or copying the code. Instead that what we are checking, like first we will, add the values of num_sci into sum, so that we can compare if sum is equals to target or more than target. Don't know why the stream is buffering a lot today. I like the Let me play this my own live stream, my own live stream, my own live stream. Taking a glance of it a little. Okay, okay, we'll see what will if we will be stuck at any point. We will try to get the help of Copilot. So first we will, initialize the two values. Okay, first value will be left, like it will start from the 0th index, and hello. Here we will create another value, that is variable, that will start from the 0th index again, and after that we will be running a for loop. No, we will be running a while loop, right? Hello. It will be a while of for loop, I think. For loop. Yeah, it will be a for loop. Yeah, it will be a for loop. Hello. Hello. Okay, stream is working. Just it's like behaving like it's buffering, but it's not buffering. If we will, if anyone will replay the stream, then I think it will be fine. Let's switch the network. I think the network is being. Okay, now I think the issue is fixed. Yeah, the issue is fixed now. So what we were doing here, we were just first we were checking, like first we were adding the num's current value of num_sci in the sum, and after that we will use the if condition and check if sum is more than or equals to target. Right? It was the condition. Yeah. Instead that what we will do, we will. Okay, we will have to also assign a value to the, we will also create a variable named minimum length, and it will be initialized with int max. Okay, the minimum, the length will be the for it will be considered from int max. Like int max is considered as plus infinity. Okay, the smaller the value is, like if the value is, suppose if the value is 10, then it is more near to int max, and if it is like 5, then it is like far from int max. Okay, like in this we will put the minimum length that we can achieve and get to the target. Okay, so here if sum is the more than equals to target, what we have to check, we have to check minimum length will be equals to minimum length. Okay, that is int max, that is initialized with int max in this case, and what, and the condition was sum minus, okay, sum minus num I index value minus, okay, plus 1. It will check if this, like the current length is bigger, or the minimum length that we have set already is bigger, or like smaller, or what. After that, what we have to do, we have to also, you know sum minus equals to nums I index, like this, and after that you have to, okay, do this like left plus plus. What left plus plus is doing, it is shrinking the window, like, okay, I think the problem is not, and in the end we have to return, after the for loop we have to return minimum length. Okay, and there will be two conditions here, like there will be a if else condition here, like if it is still equals to int max. Okay, then we will return 0, and in the else case we will return, if this is true, if like okay, if minimum length is equals to int max, then we have to return, this is used to separate the true or okay, true case or false case. Then we have to return 0 in the true case, and in the else case we will return the minimum length. Right, it was written like this. Okay, the syntax was like this. We have to use the equals to sign if it is equals to, yeah, because if we don't use that, it will be again initialized with just 2 like int max, and nothing will happen. We didn't were able to write the code by self. I got like somewhat distracted because of those things, when the buffering started, and even the guy who's running the stream like left it. Okay. So what we are doing in this problem, we have first initialized, minimum length with int max. Okay. And after that, we have initialized like use two values, two pointers, and both the pointers will start from the first index. Like very first index, both in this case, both pointers will start from this value that is 2. Like it will be the zeroth index. And here I will start from the zeroth index till the last index. It will start from the first index and will go till the last index. And inside that, what we are doing, we are calculating the sum of num_psi index every time the loop is running. Every time the loop is on its iteration. Okay. And till this condition is true, like if sum is more than equals to target, okay, then what we are doing, we are every time checking the minimum length, like we are checking the minimum of minimum length and sum minus num_psi plus 1. Let me open the Copilot where we discussed that problem. I think here it was. Yesterday we did understood this problem with the help of this. Okay, here the loop runs as long as the current window sum is more than or equals to target. When it will be when it will be less than equals to target, then what will happen? Then this loop will fail and it will like run for the last time to compare the values, and after that when we will have been like achieve the target, then it will return the value minimum length of that. Okay, like it will not run in the case if sum is less than target. It will fill that and we will get the minimum length, like the current minimum length that is needed to achieve the target in the case if target is present. And it doesn't care about the length directly, it only checks sum. The length is calculated like this, like the current index I minus the left index value and plus 1. Okay, why does it run for the last time? Suppose the window sum is exactly equal to target. Okay, the condition sum is still true, so the loop runs because of this, like because this is still true. And inside we update minimum length. Okay, inside that we update the minimum length and then we shrink the window, like sum minus equals to nums left. Okay, the window will shrink from the left side to the right side, like going from the left side to the right side. After shrinking it, if the sum drops below target, okay, the condition will fail. See, you can see here. After shrinking, if the sum drops below target, then the condition will fail and the loop will stop running. Today, a lot of interruptions came in between, like when we started doing the third revisit. But that's okay. That will happen sometimes. That's why you are calling the last time the final string where the sum goes below target. Okay, that is the condition here. That why we have used the while loop condition like this. Why I have used the while loop condition in this manner. Here is an example given, like target is equals to 7 nums array values this. At one point window is 4 and 3. Okay, and sum will be equals to 7. This condition will be true. We will update the minimum length by 2. It will be 2 at that point, and we will shrink sum minus equals to 4 is equals to sum is equals to 3. Now sum is less than target, so the loop will ends. That was the last time it ran. The loop runs until sum is less than target. If the sum is exactly equal to the target, it will run one more time. That's what I was telling you guys about. The last run updates minimum length correctly and then shrinks the window, causing the loop to stop. Okay, here was the time complexity of this code. The time complexity of this was big of n. And the problems that we did before, like that we revised before, the time complexity of both of these two were also equals to big of n. So first we are doing this like checking for this, and if it's this condition is true, we are checking for the minimum length, and like if minimum length is if current minimum length is we are checking for the minimum value in both of these, the value which will be less than less than this will be added in that, and after that we are shrinking the window, and after shrinking the window, like when I will be running this index, suppose, and when this will shrink, then I will be then left the variable left index will be increased, and this value will be excluded directly from the array, and it will now start the left from this place. Like let me start from this place 3, and yeah. And see, each element is added to the sum when the right when the right index is getting expanded. Like here we have used this loops, and I will be expanded, and each element is removed from the sum when when left shrinks. Okay, when left shrinks, each element is removed from the sum. You can see here each value is removed from the sum when the value of left shrinks. The length of the sum decreases. So the across the board dry run, every element is processed at most twice. That means the total kind of complexity is big of n, not big of n cube. And this is the beauty of sliding window approach. Okay, if we were supposed to use the brute force approach, then the time complexity would have came near to big of n cube. Here are little details given the code, like if left sum is this and sum is equals to this, minimum length is this, like equals to int max means max infinity plus infinity. Left marks the start of the current window, sum tracks the sum of the current window. Okay, I think we don't have to create the right, maybe right. Okay, the right will be needed because this loop is running for this. If I see the code, yeah, right will be required. So where we were okay, we were here, and here what is doing, each iteration adds the next element to the window. Okay, here in the sum we are adding the next element in the sum window, shrinking the window. What's happening here? If the window sum is big enough, we try to shrink it. Okay, I minus left plus 1 gives the current window length. Minimum length is updated to keep the smallest length found so far. Then we remove the leftmost element and move left forward. Then we remove the leftmost, Then we remove the leftmost element after updating the minimum length, and we move forward after that. After that, in the last line, we return the minimum length after checking the minimum length. Like if here in this condition, if minimum length is equals to int max, even after checking applying all those conditions, then it will return 0 as no minimum length found or no length found. That is adding up to the value that will be equals to target. And if in the case we reach to the target, then we will return the minimum length of that, like by adding how much values we got to we reach the target. If minimum length was never updated, see, you can see here still int max, it means no subarray reached the target and we have to return 0. Otherwise, return the smallest length found so far. Here the S case is handled, like in this case no valid subarray case. Example is target is 15, and here the array given is nums 1, 2, and 3. Hello, man. Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream. I was just, doing the dry run of the third problem of today. It is the third problem that I'm currently on. After that, we will be solving new problems. Now you can say what you want to say. till I finish, just you give me 2 to 5 minutes. The dry run is at its end. Till then, you can keep messaging. Okay, you can keep messaging. I will see it just after ending the dry run. So here are the edge cases handled. Like in this case, the first case, this gives no valid subarray. Where in this example, target is equals to 15, and in nums array you can see the values are equals to 1, 2, and 3. Sum never reaches to 15 by even after you calculate all these values. So minimum length stays at its max even after that. Then the return line converts that into 0. And in the second S case, what we are handling, we are checking single element. When single element is more than equals target. Example here 7. So target is 7, and in the nums1 array we have the value 8, and window length is equals to 1. Okay, minimum length become 1 because it is more than and equals target. Like it is not less than target, so we will return the minimum length as 1 because the target is present in that. And here in this case the whole array is needed. In this case, like if target is equals to 15 again, and we have the values like this 5, 5, and 5, then all those value will add up to the target value that is given, and we will get the length as 3 here because all the values are adding up to the target. Time complexity will be big of n, and space complexity will be equals to big of 1. What while loop is doing? While loop is strings window to minimize the length and check and update the minimum length every time. Every time the sum is more than or equals to sum. Okay, or equals to target, and if it fills like when the sum will be equals less than target, then it will fail. Okay, in that case, and after that, okay. And you can see this symbol. This is for used for ternary statements. Okay, if it's valid, if it's true, and if not, it will be false. Like in this case, if this condition will be true, it will be considered as true. We will return 0 if it's true, and if it's false, then we will return minimum length. Like it is a style of writing if-else statements like this. Just it becomes a little bit harder to understand the conditions like if else. So for that we use simple if else conditions here. And why we use it here? We initialize int max at the start. Okay, if no sub array even ever reach the target minimum length stays at int max even if this will not be true. That's our signal that no valid answer exists. Then we will return 0. Otherwise, we will return the largest, smallest length we found, which adds up to the target equivalent. The same thing could be written as this, like we can check if this true, then return 0. If else, in the case we will return minimum length. Ternary operator just makes it the code shorter and cleaner. Okay. See, the question mark sign you are seeing here is separating the true case from the condition, okay, and it separates the false case from the true case. So the whole thing reads like this. Reads this. Okay, let me see if anything is left to explain. Okay. Okay, I have already explained this. like this loop will run as long as the current window sum is more than equals to target. It doesn't care about the length directly, it only checks for the sum. Okay, the length I left plus 1 is calculated inside the loop to update minimum length. Okay, why does it run for the last time? I am telling you again for the last time. Suppose the window sum is equals to target. Okay, suppose window sum is equals to target. The condition is still true, so the loop runs for the last time. Inside that, we update the minimum length, okay, and shrink the window. Like subtract the value of nums left from it and shrink the window from the left side. That's why you are calling the last time the final shrink where the sum goes below target. Okay, here example is given. This is this at this point 4 is 3 at this point. At one point this will be equals to 7. Okay, 4 and 3 condition is true. Update minimum length to 2. Shrink sum minus equals to 4. Sum is equals to 3. Now sum is less than target, so the loop ends here. Okay, because sum is less than target, because sum has now become 3 here. That was the last time it ran. The third revisit was not that good, man. I think. Let me check if I submitted the revisits of the second revisit or not, that we have solved it already. Submission. Okay, we haven't submitted this also. So first I will submit this. So it will be marked as visited today. Okay, it is submitted. Time complexity of this will be equals to big of n, like the first problem that we revisited. Best time to buy and sell stock. After that we revisited this problem and we will mark this as also revisited. We were able to write the code of this by self. That was the good thing for I thought that I will not be able to write the full code and will eventually take help of the Copilot, but okay. And the time complexity of this was equals to big of n. Okay, and then problem name is check if array is sorted and rotated. I have explained both of these in the first in the first hour of the stream. Okay. After that we did this problem. First I will submit this. Like I was supposed to not see the code, but int is not a function of function pointer. Let's see what I have done wrong here. Okay, we will not write this. We don't have to write this. Okay. The syntax will be like this. If I try to run it, it should give. I don't know why these cases are being. Why are these cases are not running here? It is running. It is passing a test case 3. I think there's something wrong in the code. We will ask, or maybe I think I should check it by myself. Okay. We have to do this. Okay, it will be like Nums left, right. Yeah, and here it is correct. Now we will again dry run. Okay, sorry. We will again check the test cases. Hmm. Okay, there's a wrong formula used for window length. Okay, okay. It will be based on indices, like sum minus left indice my plus one. Okay. It will be equals to left here because we are shrinking the window here, like from here to here. There were so many problems in this code. It just again something is wrong. Okay, man. It will be while. Hmm. A very small mistake creates big issues. Okay, there is again something wrong. Let's see what is wrong here. Okay, yeah, I was thinking about that we don't have to write this. Okay, okay. Hmm. Here it is the expanding window length, window, and here this while loop will shrink the window till the condition is true. There's a critical mistake. Okay, mixing some values of elements with indices. The okay I minus. No man, the third revisit was very bad, but it will happen. Not every time we will be. Okay, so here what is happening, we are checking for the minimum size subarray sum. Okay, if first we initialize int minimum length is equals to int max. In the starting, we initialize int minimum length with the plus infinity, like the maximum value possible, the maximum possible value. Okay, after that we initialize the left window, like started left from here, and some initialize sum with 0, and here we are doing for integer I is equals to we have now running a for loop which goes from the very first index to the last index. And inside that, what we are doing, we are expanding the window like this, like adding the sum, adding the nums I current index value to the sum, and it is expanding the window. And after that, we are using a while loop and checking if sum is more than till sum is more than equals to target. Okay, then what we have to do, we are shrinking the window, like we are excluding the, we are subtracting the values of left side, like from where the left was initialized for was started. So we will exclude those values after if this condition is true here, and we are inside this first we are checking if like minimum length, we are calculating the minimum length, like we are checking the minimum of minimum length and current index I minus left plus 1. Okay, if this is true, then minus left plus 1, it will give the current window length, and minimum length will be updated. The lesser the minimum length will be, the that will be added in the minimum length. Okay, because we are comparing it with int max, like the lesser the value will be, the good it will be considered in this, because we have to go as far we are from int max, that's good for us in this case, because we are checking for minimum length from which we can achieve the target. And here sum minus equals to left is happening. Okay, in from the sum we are subtracting the nums left value, like nums 1 will start from here and it will subtract the value of nums left, and after that nums 1 left will increase, like nums left will exclude this value, remove this value, and will now become nums left is equals to 3. After that we will return minimum length, and here there's another if else condition is used, like minimum length if minimum length is equals to int max even after running all the loops. Okay, if we not found the target, like if we were unable to reach the target even after this, then we will return 0 in this case. If even after that it's equals to int max. Okay, and in the case we have found the target, like we have reached to the target, then we will return the minimum length of that, like by adding how many values we reach the target. Okay, now it's running. Now all the test cases are being accepted, and here how the code is working I have explained to you. It was not that good, like I thought that I will be able to explain this in a detailed way and a smooth way. So sorry for that, guys, and but I think you have got a little like a rough idea of what we have to do in this and how the thing is working, how sliding window is working. But let me ask for one thing here, rather than why we also use that variable int right. Where did it go when we wrote the code yesterday? I think it was like for sums. Okay, we did declare earlier, but in the final working of the code we actually don't separate our right. We have why right this separate. In sliding window problems, we usually track true pointers left and right, but in your code for this, the loop itself is acting as the right pointer. Okay, the loop is acting as the right pointer, so I is the right index in this case. I have become the right index and left is the left index. That's why we don't need a separate right variable anymore. It's redundant, like it is just it is just it just repeats the thing. Redundant means like redundant is a thing that keep repeating. In coding, we use these words like redundant or redundancy, like for when if anything is like in a repeating happening in a repeating way for no mean. Like if we want to if we have to calculate the sum for one time, then what we do we are calculating sum like two times, and that's unnecessary. We just want to calculate the sum for one time. Okay, it was just an example of redundancy. Okay, okay, okay. So this was the third problem that we revisited. I will mark it as revisited for. And here the other person also came on the stream. Hello bro, no, you just do your work. I will see you and gonna go and do DSA. Okay. He has gone again today to do DSA. Okay, that's fine. Now I think we should jump onto a new problem, and yeah, we will revisit this problem again tomorrow. Okay, and try to understand this in a again a detailed way, because the second dry run revisit the second problem that we revisited was gone good, like it was smooth, it was very smooth. Let me also write. Okay, revisited third problem. Name is what name was minimum size subarray sum minimum size subarray sum. Okay, now what I will do, I will just take a 5 minutes of break, and now I will hydrate myself and finish the remaining lunch, and after that we will jump on to the new problem that we will be solving. Okay, until then I will let me check the problem that which we are going to do today, the new problem that we will be doing. Till then, what you do, till then you try to understand this code that I have written and try to understand that how the things are working here till I till the break ends. Mm, okay, I think it was buffering. The stream is buffering a lot today. Okay, so we are back again. We are back again. Okay, so now it is time to solve a new problem, and just let me pick that problem. What was the name of that? This is a new problem that we will be revisiting is the problem that that hey, we will just oh my god, where the things gone, man? Have we submitted it or not? Okay, now I've really marked as visited. Now we will go on to one profile. Okay, so in total, we have revisited three problems today. The first one was this best time to buy and sell stock. Second one was this if we check if array sorted and rotated. Third problem was the minimum size subarray sum. And the time complexity of all of these problems were equals to big of n. And in this problem, we use the sliding window approach. That was a new approach that we explored yesterday. And today also we did revisited this problem with that approach. Now I will simply now we will be solving that problem that that Copilot told about that. I am talking about that problem. Like in the minimum size subarray sum, I explained the logic from by my side that what I think about this problem, this minimum size subarray sum problem, yesterday on yesterday's stream, and it said that your logic is correct, but that logic is used in another problem, and that problem's name is to some second input when input array is sorted. Okay, we will try to do that problem in. Let me show you also that where it said that. I think it's very. We have to go. Okay, see here you can see. As of my current understanding, I use this condition like this, and see it is saying I see your thought process, and sum is not problem or sorting about that or sorting won't work here. Don't know which is one. I think here it is. Okay. Like I said that I think there will be something similar to Kadan's algo problem. Just we need to change conditions or something will be opposite, like some conditions will be opposite. But in this we have to find the minimum length in the contiguous array that we revisited today also. Okay. So now we will try to solve that problem that it recommended by using that logic that I gave to the the chatbot. I don't know where it's gone, where it suggested that problem, but I still remember the name of that a little, and after that I searched it on LeetCode and found that the problem is named as the to some second. Okay, like it is a upper level of to some problem that we did on our first day of LeetCode problem solving. Like I took it as a dare and we were able to solve that. It just for loops were used in that, and it was a brute force approach for that problem. Okay, yeah, this is the problem that we will be solving. Like this is a medium level of problem. Okay, So let's first read the statement what the problem is saying. To some second, the problem name is to some second, and input array is sorted. Given a first indexed array of integers numbers that is already sorted in non-decreasing order. Okay, it is already sorted in non-decreasing order. We have to find two numbers such that they add up to a specific target number. Let these two numbers be number index 1 and number index 2. Okay, both when both the index numbers will be added together, we have to find when it reaches to the target, then we have to return both of the indexes. Return the, see here it is saying return and where I is less than equals to index 1. Okay, 1 is less than equals to index 1, index and index 2 is less than index 1 is less than index 2, numbers dot and index 2 is less than equals to numbers dot length. Okay, return the indices of the two numbers index 1 and index 2, each incremented by 1 as an integer array. Index 1 and index 2 of length 2. You can see the language of the questions are like very confusing on LeetCode, but we have already discussed about this, like in the minimum subarray problem. I think that logic will be used in here. The test case is generated such that there is exactly one solution. You may not use the same element twice. Okay, your solution must use only constant extra space. So what we will do first, we will first initialize two pointers. Okay, we will take help of two pointers, and here two pointers approach can be used, and also binary search approach can be used, but we haven't learned about it yet, so we will not try to do it with this. We will try to do it with two pointer approach. Okay, so first will be the first pointer will start from the very first index. That name will be, I will name it as left. Okay, I will name it as, yeah, I will name it as left, and it will be initialized with a 0th index, and right which will start which is equals to nums dot size. Okay, -1 means it will start from the very last index, and here what we will do, we will run a for loop. First I will check with my code if it works, then good, or if not we will try to understand what we are doing wrong. I is less than the nums dot size, like it will go till the last index, and I plus plus. After that, what we have to do, we were supposed to check three conditions, like if first condition is that if nums, sorry, the condition was like I mean the condition, just let me like we have to check if left index value and right index value is if it's more than target, then we will have to do something else, and in the else case do something else. As in the else case we have to do something else, like in this we have to check if nums left plus nums right value is more than target, then we will reduce nums right index. Okay, in that case, so if nums, okay, nums left plus nums right, okay, index value, if this is more than target, okay, if this is more than target, then what we have to do, in this condition we have to subtract the rightmost index so that the value can be decreased like this, because it is sorted in a non-decreasing order. Okay, so what we will do, right index, okay, right index minus minus, and after that we will check another condition, like if nums left, okay, index value plus, let me make it a little clearer so it will be visible, and Okay, here nums right. If this is less than target, then what will happen? If this is less than target, then we will increase the value. Then we will increase the index value of left side, because then the value will be more and it will be checked. The thing will be checked. Okay, in this case, and after that, if both are not true, like in the else case, we will return nums left. Oh, sorry. We will return left index, and in the else case we have to return if. In the else case, first we will also check, like, okay, if else, like, yeah, if this is this, and if here, if really else if, and here in the else case we have to return like something like the indices will be okay, left, I think, like how left comma right, maybe like this, but I think this will not work. Again, our code is running inside here. It was giving something type of error. Let's see. Okay, for loop if condition this is and else. Okay, we have to also end the for loop, so we will end it here. Come on, man, don't know why this is running again and again here. Undeclared identifier nums. Okay, numbers dot size. Its name is numbers. Here it will be, name will be numbers. Whoa, okay. Numbers. Numbers. And here it will be numbers. Oh man, I should have just changed the name of this array, but that's okay. Maybe it will work out. Expected this. Come on, man. Just see the code. Let's see what happens. Again, it's saying, okay, I think in the else case we have to return if, yeah, in the else case we have to create that case also. Like, even after this we have not found the target, we will have to return what? 0. No, we will have to return empty array, I think, in that case. Oh man, just we have to return an empty array in that case. Like, no index values found, that add up to the target. Okay. Now we will take the help of chat Copilot. I think there are some mistakes, and we will be able to solve that. So I will paste the problem here and ask, what do you think? What's the problem in my code? Like, just give me hints. Don't give me the code. I'm trying to solve it by my own. Okay, you are on the right track with 2.0 idea, but let me drop some hints about where things might be loop uses, you already have left and right pointers moving inward. Do we really need that for loop? Okay. Think about whether the loop variable I. Okay, I think there will. Oh, okay. We can also use while loop, man. Like while less than, while left is less than, because at some point right and left should not be, So I think that we can use while loop. Why use this? Just we can use because right and left index are already increasing. So while left is less than right, till then I think we have to keep going, and okay, it is failing the test cases, but we'll see. The problem statement usually expect one index is not zero. Check if left comma right return matches the expect. Pointer movement logic. You are adjusting left and right correctly depending on the sum, but consider what happens if neither condition is met. Will the loop terminate properly or could it keep running unnecessarily? Okay. As case, what if the sum matches the lead? Does the code immediately return on or could the output loop interfere? Okay. In this case, like here, the thing it is saying, okay, the loop consider what happens if neither condition is, oh yeah, if neither condition is met, then if else if and else return this is in this. If what if I write nums left plus nums right. Okay, nums right is equals to target, and this is true. Then it will run left right indexes, and if even after that this is not true, we will return empty vector like it said that you have to return one. Like maybe it will run or not. It is undeclared identifier nums. Okay, it is numbers. Again, we use nums here because it has, came into our habit. It has become our habit to use. Now we will see what does the code says. There is an S case also. What if some matches early? Okay, does your code immediately doesn't? Yeah, we have to also do that if it matches early. Much better. Switching while left is less than is right move. But let me nudge you to reverse the remaining issues. A return type of function signature said it should return a vector integer, but at the end you are running just one. That will throw a compilation error. Think about what the solution case should return. Okay, we have to index. The problem usually wants one based indices, not zero based. Right, right now you are returning directly, which are okay. I was thinking about that, like a left index and right index, but how it will be checked, man? Okay, numbers dot left. Yeah. Now I got to know numbers left, comma numbers right. When this will be true, it will return this, and here here like this. And it is saying that we don't have to return one condition redundancy. You don't really need else if, yeah, because it's if it's not greater or less, it they must be equal. Simplifying that logic might make it clear. Yeah, we can also remove this. Like, see, if it is like more than target, okay, then it will, the right index value will be like this value will be removed, and right value will become like this, and again it will run and check if any of the condition is true, like if this is true, if this is true. If it is less than e target, then we will increase the left side, the front side value by increasing the left index value. After that, we will check again if at some point we will get that target, like we will get the values equals to target, then we will return those index values. Return type and index format. What we can return is, I think, this. Maybe if it, come on, man, it is not passing even a single test case. Maybe I'm writing it in a wrong way. What if I remove this? Maybe it will be. Okay. So I think the code will this was right. Just now give me open inits. Very good progress. We have fixed our loop structures, but let me drop some hints for the next refinement: indices versus values. Noticing you are returning, the problem usually wants the positions indices of two numbers, not the actual values. What if I just do this, like just return left and right? Maybe it will work. Return type consistency. You have fallback, it's fine. But think about whether the problem guarantees a solution. If yes, you might not even need that empty array. Okay, so what if we remove this? Okay, we have to return something, or I think there is something wrong in this code. While open conditionals condition ended here, we have to return something, man. Maybe it can be 0, but it was saying that 0 is not needed. Like we have to return something like vector value. But what we can return here, like if it's not, okay, it's saying -1. This, no. Here's the corrected clean version. Okay, input array sorted. So I think we were able to write some conditions, maybe I think 80% of code problem guarantees a solution, but say fallback. Left plus one, right plus one. Return one based indices as required by the problem. What does that mean? Key fixes return indices, not values. Why convert to one based indexing? Left plus one, right plus one. I have used that already. Like here, if we see, okay, it is saying that we have to do left plus one and right plus one. Let's do that. After that, we will try to understand that why we are doing this. Let's see if it runs. Okay, man, it ran. The code ran in this case. Ooh, yes, that's good. That's good. Why we did left plus one or right plus one? Let's see. We did left plus one because the LeetCode problem statement to some input specifically asks for one based indices, not zero. In C++, okay. The correct pair is 2, index 0 and 7, 1. Okay. But the expected output is 1 and 2, not 0 and 1. That's why we add plus 1 to both left and right before returning. But isn't left and right getting updated in the while loop conditions? Like why it is being needed? Yes, left and right do get updates inside the loop. They move inwardly depending on some, but the reason we still need plus one when running it's because of the problem's requirement. Now because of how the pointers move. Okay. In C++ arrays, okay, vectors are 0, 1 based. 0 based, yeah, okay. First element is index 0, second is index. In LeetCode problem statement, the answer must be okay, 1 based indices. That's because why we have done this. Okay, like it said in the problem, it was required to each increment at 1. See, as an integer array of length 2. So even though your left and right pointers are correctly updated during the loop, okay, even if your right and left pointers are correctly updated and is equals to target, they are still 0 based indices. In this case, left is 0, right is equals to 1, sum is equals to 9. Okay, sum will be equals to 9 in this case. Match found. If you return left, right is 0, 1, wrong format. Correct format will be if you return right, left plus 1, right plus 1, that it will be the correct format. So the plus 1 isn't about pointer updates inside the root. It's just purely about converting from 0 based indexing to 1 based indexing. That's the problem expect. Right? It's just the condition of the problem. Like if it was a normal case, then we would have returned 0 and 1, right? Exactly. Okay, the plus one is only because of the problem's condition. If this were a normal case, say you were writing your helper function for practice, then it would be fine. Since C++ uses 0 based indexing, but in LeetCode to some problem, the statement explicitly says return the indices of two numbers. Okay, where index 1 is less than index 2 and both indices are 1 based, not 0. So even though pointers left and right are updated correctly inside the loop, they are still 0 based, and to match the required output format, we shifted them by +1 so that we can get the value more than 0. Okay, and we also did updated right also, so that so that the balance gets maintained after that. Your code logic works fine with 0 based indices. The +1 is just a final adjustment step to satisfy the problem's output requirement. Okay. If it was a normal case, like if we were not on read code, if it was a normal case, then we would have written 0 and 1 as the index value. Okay. So first I will submit this and see what's the time complexity is coming near to. It is saying it beats 100%, but maybe the time complexity needed is because binary search. Okay, current is due and 2 pointers was, and the time complexity is near to big of n. Okay, that's good. So I have seen this can also be solved with binary search approach. Okay, but the time complexity will be same even after that, right? Exactly, but both approaches end up with the same overall time complexity. Okay, time complexity is this: each step either increments left or decrements right. Worst case, you move across the entire array once. Time complexity big of an binary approach for each element num psi. You binary search for target minus num psi in the rest of the array. That's n in elements into big of log n binary search. Time complexity is more in that case, big of and log n. So the two pointer method is actually faster than the binary method. Okay, like you can see, it is coming near to big of n, that which solution that we used, and the binary search method that we used is coming near to big of n log n, means it is bigger than big of n. If it was big, big of n log, like let me show you a time complexity graph. You can see big of log n comes here, after that big of n, and after that it comes big of n log n, because n operations are also having n operations are also going on, and yeah, log n is also added in that, so it becomes 2 big of n log n. So big of n log n is more than big of n, and if it was big of log n, then it will be considered as lower time complexity compared to this pointer approach. But this pointer approach, it's saying that it is the most optimized for this problem. So it was a good problem that we have solved today, as you have seen, and yeah, I was able to write the code of it. Okay, we already did marked it as to solve. Okay, now we added this to our favorite list. What you will say, how much code I was able to write by myself, like I am currently on live stream doing learn in public. Okay, you wrote a big chunk of the solution yourself. Okay, you figure out the correct approach. That's the main logic of the problem. You got it right by yourself. Loop structure, which is exactly what's needed. That was your own debugging step, like switching from for loop to the while loop. Condition checks, you correctly handled this. Is this and that's the core reasoning. Return values, initially return values instead of indices. Okay, that's just a formatting detail from the problem statement, not a logic mistake. For that return, you tried -1, which must match the function's return type. Again, small syntax formatting issue, not a logic flow. So if you measure, logic approach was 90% of mine. Okay, that's good. Fine, a polish. Indices plus return type, 10% correction was needed, and we did that. That means you basically solve the problem by yourself. I only left you on the output format and syntax detail. This is actually perfect for a learning public stream. You can show your viewers how you got the main idea, then refine the small details with brief feedback. That's exactly how real debugging and problem solving works. Okay, man. Want me to help you phrase this nicely for stream, like a quick self-review line, you can say live to explain what part was your own. Yes, you can just in short. Okay, you can tell in stream form. Okay, I figured out the whole pointer logic myself. The only tricks I needed were small details like returning indices instead of values, making them one based, and fixing the return types. So basically, the approach and code were mine, just polished at the end. Okay. That way they see you own the main solution and only adjusted formatting to match the requirements. Okay, I think I'm just reading the AI script for now. So here we solve this problem. I will just do a quick dry run of it. After that, I think we will be trying a new problem maybe. So here we initialize int left and right with this left index starting from the 0th index. Okay, and right index is starting from the last index. While and here we have used the while loop. While left is less than right, like while left index is less than right. Till then, this loop will okay run. Till then, this loop will run till this condition is true. If here we are checking if nums plus left or nums plus right. If nums left value plus nums right value means first index value and last index value is more than target, then what we will do? We will decrease the value of the last index. Like last index will come here. Okay, it will become 11 here, and after that we will again run the loop and check if this is true. Like 2 and 11 is not equals to 9. Then we will again decrease the right index, and after that it will become 7 and this condition has not been executed yet because the value has not been less than target. And when I will be decrease again for the second time, it will come near to 7, and 2 plus 7 will be equals to 9. So it will make that this case true and return left plus 1 and right plus 1 index values. Okay, here in this case. Okay, in this case, see, in this case, the right first, left started from the very first index, right started from the last index, and after that, which while this is okay, this is true, we checked if this is true, this was not true. Then we check if this is true, this was also not true. And the else case, what happened? In the else case, we return those indices with +1 values. Because it was equals to target in the starting, so we don't even have to use the for loops like the conditions. We don't have to check the conditions in this case. Okay, so there will be 3 conditions, like target can be more than the two indices value can be more than target. So in that case we will decrease the right side index, okay, and add the value that is lesser. And in the second case, if both the indices values is less than target, then we will increase the left side front side index value like this. Okay, left side is this and right side is this. And in the else case, if it's equals to target, if it's meets the target, then we will return the left index and right index with +1 values, because if left sum is equals to 0, in that case, in the problem it is mentioned that we have to return the indices with indices cannot be less than 1. Okay, it should not be equals to 0. So that's why we have done this, like just to balance the thing and return the indices more than 0. We did it like plus 1 added. The logic is right, but just we need to. That's why we needed this condition like plus 1, so that the indices can be like, we don't have to return the indices which is like showing 0. Let me show you. The plus 1 isn't about pointer updates inside the loop. It's just about converting from 0 based indexing to the 1 based indexing. Okay, that's the problem aspects. Okay, in this problem, that's the problem aspects that we are changing like from the 0 indexing, 0 indexing system to the 1 indexing system, like mark it as the first index, 1, index 2, index 3, index 4. Like, now we don't have to return it like we are writing it in C++, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. We have to return in right. It is the first index left 1 and right is left, okay, 2. Like in this case, right will be 2 and left will be 2. According to this problem, like we have to return. Okay, so I think you have understood. It's just purely converting 0 based indexing. Okay, see here, 0 based indexing to the first base index, 1 based indexing. That's the problem aspects. Okay. Till then you see the code. I will be back in just 5 minutes. Now the break has started. Let me just write the thing. Okay, first new problem solved. And name was what? Name was to some second and input array sorted, right? Yeah, input array sorted where input array is sorted. Now 5 minutes break has started. 5 minute break has started. Oof. This was a good problem. What do you guys think? I was thinking to do that like from the from the morning time. That's why. Okay, let's see if the number of problems we did has updated, or what is the status of the things. Okay, till now we have done 5 medium level problems and 21 easy level problems. That's good. Now after break, I will see if time will allow. Then we will maybe try a new problem, or at least try a new problem that requires no. I have already picked another problem also that's middle level, but in that we just have to write a little code, like even not little code, it is just requires something like it. The problem is based on some type of sorting. Okay, I will we will check that. If we will be able to do that, we will try that if in the time. Okay, if timeline will allows. So till then, till then you try to understand the code till the break ends. Okay, till the break ends. I will be back in just 2 to 5 minutes. Okay, so now we are back after the break, and the problem I chose before was have been changed now because it's saying that we are need to do other things in that problem. Okay, so now we will skip that problem and jump on to another problem that is concat. What was the name of that? Let me see. Concatenation of array. Concatenation of array. Let's see. Okay, this is the problem. Like it is a very easy little problem. Just we will trying this. After that, we will end the stream. Okay, we will close this and okay, the time complexity big O. Okay, big of n. All the problems we revisted or done today was time complexity was the near to big of n. So we were here. Okay. Here this problem name is concatenation of array. Given array nums of length. I think I'm pronouncing the word correctly, maybe wrong. Array, okay, of length 2 into n, where n's answer index is equals to nums index and answer I plus n is equals to nums I. For this especially answer is the concatenation of two nums arrays. Return the array answer. Here is an example given. Like input is this. We have to return that. Okay. I think we have to just increase the length of the array and re-add the array values inside that. Maybe the thing is working like this. And here, if we see, okay, it is based on simulation. I think there should be build an array of size 2 into n, assign num psi to unpsi, and unpsi is I plus n. Build an array of size, okay. So integer result. Okay, it is saying build an array. So we will create a vector array, like a vector. A vector integer result. Okay, we have now created it, and size is equals to 2 into nums dot size, right? Maybe it's like this, and assign nums I to answer index. What if we ask this question from, because the language of the question is not that good. Concatenation of array. What we have to do in this problem, explain. Like getting I am getting a smell of like will pointers be used in this, or maybe something else just created and empty result vector. Okay, nice. You are given an array this nums take to itself. So if nums is this, the output should be 1 to 1, 1 to 1. What's happening? You are not searching for pairs or using pointers here. It's more about constructing a new array by repeating the original one twice. Think of it like result is equals to nums plus nums. Yeah. Create an empty vector result of size. This is this. Okay, we have created this. Fill the first half with the original array, fill the second half with the same array again. No pointer logic, it's more of copying. Okay. What if we do like result is equals to nums plus nums, like it is saying like that. If it's it will not run, man, it will not run. What error is giving? Okay. First, okay, num psi index value plus num psi index value. But it will not happen because I think we will also have to use a for loop here. You see. So we will run a for loop here, integer I starts from the 0th index and goes till the last index of num psi. Okay, nums array and I plus plus will happen. In done, I think we will have to also return the for loop ended here. After that, this function and the end we have to return a result. But this will not look like result is equals to nums I. All the index will be added in that. After that, what will happen? After that thing, I think we have to again add the values in the result. Maybe no value overloaded. The error because it tried okay here white fills. The result is this nums I plus num size is just an integer. You can't assign a single integer directly to a whole vector. That's why the compiler complains about no. Okay, we can use this. I think I was thinking about that. That format is wrong. So we will do result dot pushback. What we are doing nums. Okay, we are pushing nums back. So nums nums index, and after that we will copy the same, and this will do the same thing. Okay, sorry. I will copy this, and I got scared about after that thing came. Okay, it is running. It is giving some things. 0 0 0 1 1 3. What it's giving, man? Don't is equals to with vectors unless you are assigning another vector. Use dot pushback on next thing. Let's see what it says. Maybe I just have to not return in the end, or maybe let's see what it says. Good written, but here's catch. You already created result with this. That means it's pre-allocated and ready to fill. But then inside the loop, you are using pushback that adds extra elements beyond the allocated size. So your final vectors end up with 2 into n plus 2 into n elements instead of just two ways to use indexing. What does that mean? Use indexing in this. Okay. We do that. Okay, again, and for loop is we can do this like this also. I was thinking about that, like how it will happen. What if I copy this and just write it after it and I think it will run now. It is again failing the test cases. Result.pushback. This is closed, and after that this is closed. Return result.pushback number silent. But where the array is coming now? Okay, we just created and we haven't assigned any value to it here. We just created an empty vector. Okay, it is accepted now because before it was assigned the values. I use this approach. Perfect. This approach is absolutely valid. Here, why? What's happening in code? You start with an empty vector. First loop copies all the elements of terms once. Second loop copies all the elements again. Final result is this concatenated with itself. Example randoms is 1 to 1. First loop 1 to 1. Second loop 1 to 1, and again 1 to 1. Time complexity is big of n. Space is big of 2 into n. New vector of double size. So your solution is simple. What's the pushback solution? Space or time complexity was less. Let's compare that with pushback. The time complexity, extra overload. Since the result starts empty, the vector may resize multiple times internally as elements are added. Each resize involves allocating new memory and copying old elements. Pre-allocated solution here. Time complexity this more efficient, no resizing. Overhead because memory is conclusion. Both have big of time, just simpler and beginner friendly. So the time complexity, and the space complexity is the equal in both or not. I think not equal or maybe both approaches it is the same. Push that time. This is if we use few loop twice. Each element copies once per loop to an operation. We often space it 2 into 1 final vector space. Here, same number of operations, just a direct assignment instead of pushback. Space is this. So in terms of big of O, they are equal. They are equal. The only difference is practical efficiency. Pushback this, and this. Okay, so time complexity of this was also equals to big of n. Of the part of the problem by myself. Okay, so if we can, You understood the problem correctly. Repeat the array twice. You wrote the double loop and is pushed back to build the result. The only tiny refinement he mentioned was about efficiency, pre-location versus pushback. That's not a logic mistake. Your codes work fine. Your code already works fine. So in terms of contribution, logic plus working code is 100% yours. Minor optimization tip. Just he gave the minor optimization tip. On stream, you can confidently say, okay, we will say that I have solved this problem fully on my own. The code works as this. Okay, I just got a little tip about efficiency, but the main solution was mine. In terms of percentage, and also told the amount of percentage. Okay, like in that. What was the name of that problem? The name of the problem was what was the name? Okay, to some second. For the consideration of array problem, you basically solve it. Okay, let me give you the percentage. Logic and approach was 100% words. Working code with push. Okay. My contribution was around 95 to 100%. Okay. And the contribution of the copilot, it's saying its contribution was about 0 to 5%. I am talking about both the problems. Just to give me in short. Okay. Here's the percentage for both problems. Into sum, my contribution was around 90%. You nailed the two-pointer logic in that, okay? Loops and conditions. And the contribution of Copilot was it is saying that its contribution was about 10%, just fixing the return type and converting to one based indices, okay? From zero based indices to give the correct result as the problem requirement says. And in consideration of array, my contribution is 95 to 100%. You fully solved it with pushback loops, and it says that its contribution, like Copilot's contribution, was around 0.5. 0 to 5%. Only give an optimal efficiency tip with prelocation. In short, both problems were basically solved by me. It is saying, and he only helped me polish some details. Okay, that's nice. I have already read all your messages on live. Okay, he understood that I used to smile. Glad you did this. You handled problems very well. To some second, 90% yours, just more polish on index and return type from him. And then we were just supposed to return one based indices. Consideration of array, one based indexing indices. Okay. Consideration of array problem 91st to 100% yours, only and optimal. So efficiency tip. So okay, this is this. So now what I will do, I will just, okay, we will just also add this problem to the favorite list, like correction list that we have solved. And first I will check that if it's updated or not. You will close this and close this also. And this also. First we will go to our profile. Oh, come on, man. Okay, I forgot to submit the solution of that problem. Maybe let's see if it is written or erased after that. Okay, the code is saved, just we have to submit. We forgot to submit the solution. Okay, it is now accepted. Now we can see. Okay, now it will show there. Now the internet is working very good, man. It should have worked good in the middle of the stream when it was buffering. So yeah, now it is updated. So in total, now I think I should have summarized the stream, that what we have done in today's stream. Okay, in today's stream, what we did revisited 3 problems and did 2 new problems today. The first problem that we revisited was best time to buy and sell stock. The time complexity of this was big of n. Okay. After that, we revisited our second problem of today's stream, that was check if array is sorted and rotated. And the time complexity of this was the big of n. After that, we revisited this problem. The third problem of today that we revisited was this minimum size subarray sum. Okay. And the time complexity of this was again big of n. And after that, we did the new problem that's name was to some second and input array is sorted. Okay, and the time complexity of this new problem was equals to big of n, and it is a medium level of problem, like it is an extension of the to some problem. Okay, in which we are given target and we have to find using it using two indices. Okay, and after that we jumped on to the second new problem of today, that's name was concatenation of array. Okay, in which we in which the time complexity come near to the big of n again. Okay, let me add that also. Second new problem was solved was, what was the name of that? Concatenation of array. Okay, concatenation of array. Okay, it's done. So in total, we did revisit 3 problems today into this stream, and after that we did 2 new problems. And the first new problem was a medium level problem, and the second one was a easy level problem. And the time complexity of all the problems that we revisited or tried, like the new problem that we tried and solved, all the problems that we solved today, including the revisits. The time complexity of all of them came near to big of n. Okay, big of n. So this was all for today's stream. And if you learned something from this stream, please do consider to like the stream and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you think that you learned something from the stream or gain some knowledge or something from the stream, something valuable from the stream. I will not say that you should just blindly subscribe to me, and when you will get, when you think that you are getting some valuable information, or like you are also agreeing with me, then you can subscribe to the channel. And when you will subscribe to the channel, what will happen when I will be live again, or like doing or upload a new video, and or I will be alive again, then you will get a notification in your home feed or notification section, and you can come again to the channel and you can see me explaining things or like solving problems or doing projects on live. And you can interact with me also, and also you can join the Discord server, and we can help each other grow together. Okay, and yeah, you can also give the reviews in the comment section, like if there's something that's need to be improved, and or should I add any other things in the streams or any other segments or parts, or should I make any, should I like bring any new video series. Like there are some series that will start, the videos of those series will be start coming in the future time. Okay, just I need some time to do that. And yeah, soon the soon the CSS live project will start on this channel. Okay, I think maybe around 3 or 4 days later it will start, or maybe like maybe 2nd or 3rd of July. It can also happen on that day, because I'm just near to end the tutorial of C++. After that, I think we will be starting JavaScript also. So that will be a turning point. And that was all for today's stream. And if you learn something from the stream, I will again say that then you can subscribe to the channel. Okay. Till then, you can subscribe, you can like the video, and when you will, when you think that you have gained some knowledge or gained something valuable from the stream, then you can subscribe. Then you can consider subscribing to the channel. Okay. That was all for today's stream. And in today's stream, we revisited 3 problems, and after that we did 2 new problems. In total, 3 revisits and 2 new problems that we solved today. That was all for today's stream. Thank you all for watching this stream, and the people who were who came in between the streams, like this, like like the first one that came was him, and the second one came was him. Okay. We check here, the first one was him and second one was him, and this third person is me by my second ID. Like, as a moderator, I have added myself so that I can see the chats and what's happening, or if something wrong is happening, then I can make some changes in the chats or try to control it. That was all for today's stream. And what till then, you keep learning and keep exploring.